Hi guys, it's been a long time since I updated you on my tropicals, and so I just wanted to take you on a tour, a quick tour of my tropicals. Right here where my shed used to be, I knocked it down because it was rotting, and I have my tropical plants. You can see my dragon fruits are still growing and growing. I had to prune them a lot because I could not get them out of my house because they were so big. So this one is the physical graffiti. It's nice and healthy. It flowers every year. I don't get a whole lot of fruit out of it simply because this one flowers first and I can't cross-pollinate it, and so I don't get a lot of fruit. This next one right here is a combination of what was sold to me as American Beauty. I don't think it is. That's American Beauty right there. And on the back side of it is yellow Solenocerius megalanthus. You can't really see it from this angle. There is one Solenocerius megalanthus stem going up right there. The yellow dragon fruit plant does fruit. It has fruited 2 years in a row, and I'm waiting for this one so-called American Beauty to fruit. My hope is that this will start producing flowers the same time that this physical graffiti produces flowers, so I can cross-pollinate. That's my biggest problem with my physical graffiti. It gives delicious fruit, big fruit, but I never have any pollen. Down here is a cutting that I've started. It's just a white flesh fruit, similar to something called a harpua. In this pot right here is a seed-grown tangerine. I hope that it'll flower one day. I've had it for years. I don't know how long. Down here in this pot and that pot are two super dwarf bananas. Guys, I just took these out of my house yesterday. Great right now simply because they've been indoors in the heat, low humidity. So don't think that this is how they'll look in a month. But for right now, that's how they look. And then in this pot right here is a calamondin orange. Again, you can tell that it really suffered being indoors. If you look at its leaves, you can tell that its leaves have issues. I fertilized it. It should be fine. And here's what's remaining of what little fruit crop it had. You can see that it's lost a lot of its leaves from being indoors. Like I said, give it a month, maybe two, it'll look fabulous. Down here in this pot is a big red pomegranate. I know it looks like it's dead. It's not. If you look really closely, it's starting to branch out. And right here is an unknown citrus. I think it's a tangerine. A neighbor of mine came and brought it to me because they didn't want it anymore. So I guess he saw all my plants and decided I was a good home for it. And so I don't know what it is, but it's hanging out with me. Here in the center pot is a Vietnamese white dragon fruit. It's not flowered. I'm hoping that it's big enough to flower this year. If you notice, at the base here and there are two pineapples, and then beside it, the dragon fruits are Solenocerius megalanthus, yellow dragon fruit, but you also see a huge pineapple that needs to fruit already because it's so big. And then here in the back is a small pot of, it's some type of Nicaraguan dragon fruit. It should have red flesh. Then over here is a white flesh dragon fruit. I used to call it my mystery plant. It's got white flesh. Honestly, I think this would be something similar to a harpua dragon fruit or Thompson dragon fruit. It's got a very thick peel. The flesh is okay. When I start getting some of my other dragon fruit plants to fruit, this right here is gone because the flavor is not all that great. And the thing that this is doing for me right now is producing lots of flowers so that I can cross-pollinate. But when I get some of the others that are more flavorful to produce a little bit better, this one, I'm sorry girl, you gotta go. Down here is another physical graffiti. The mother plant is right here beside it. I am trying to start other dragon fruit plants that are lower. These right here, these are way too big. I took this thing indoors, and you can't tell it here, but this thing was scraping my ceiling. So I've got to bring these dragon fruits down a bit. So what I'm doing is putting them in smaller pots, hopefully giving them a smaller trellis to see if I can control their height a bit. I have had some people ask about other plants that I've featured, such as my mangoes and cacao plants and vanilla vine. All those have gone on to glory due to different things. It could be being indoors, it being too dry. Sometimes in the winter it gets too cold. Multiple reasons. They all are defunct now. So this is what I have. This is what I'm working with so far as my tropicals. And I am trying to downsize, as I said. So I will keep you updated on the progress of my dragon fruits and all the rest of my tropicals. I thank you for watching. Have a wonderful spring and summer. Bye-bye.